Hi everyone, it's Donna Burke coming to you from my couch on Thursday, September 17th at 6 a.m. I am an early riser. I like to get a jump on the day and get started early. And what I noticed was I had a couple emails from students who were confused about the goals project. So I wanted to do this quick video to kind of give you some guidance and to show you an example of a student who did a really thorough job already this semester and handed it in, and use that as an example. Now, a word of caution about the example: you want to make sure that you do not copy any part of this example. That is called plagiarism, copying somebody else's work and presenting it as your own. And that's an example of academic dishonesty, and it will result in you failing the assignment. In some colleges and with some professors, academic dishonesty, such as plagiarism, can result in you failing the course and sometimes even being dismissed from the college. So you don't want to take that chance. You want to do your own work because this is your education and you want to get the most out of it. Okay, so just a word of caution about that. So let's take a look. I'm going to try to show you here. This is the goals project, and the first sheet is really just an instruction sheet, step by step, so 5 steps. So I would look at this before I start, make sure I kind of have an idea of what's being asked of me, and maybe even print this first sheet out, and that would give you sort of a good guide. Am I doing everything I need to be doing? The first step is research who you are. There are assessments in the textbook, Chapter 2, on personality assessments, values clarification, career interest inventories. I want you to take some of those and then write down the results, because you're going to integrate it into this first part, okay, into the step 1. You're going to be talking about the results of those things. So I want you to get in there and do that. And then, again, you have, as I mentioned in the previous video I did, you've said a lot about your background already in this class. So I don't want it to be sort of autobiographical from that point of view, but as far as like, how are you as a learner? What has brought you to this point in college so far? What have been your challenges? What have been your strengths? That's what you should write about and research who you are and integrate some of these questionnaires from Chapter 2. The other thing is you're going to research 5 ideas and where you found them. You're going to set your goals in step 3. You're going to talk about obstacles and supports, distractions and supports, and then you're going to end with a reflection. So let's take a look at the example. So in this example, the student talked about the fact that, this is a good sized paragraph. That's excellent. She talked about the fact that she took the 16 personalities test and found out that she was a mediator. And what does that mean? She also found out that she was passionate and energetic. And then that sometimes means that her mind goes at a mile a minute. She's always kind of going. And how is that going to affect her as a student? So when a mediator starts to lose touch, they withdraw into the hermit mode. She's actually quoting something that was in there, was mentioned in the explanation for her. And so she said sometimes when she related that back to her life. Sometimes when things get overwhelming, she has a tendency to shut down. What is she going to do to combat that? So this was perfect. She's taking the assessment, seeing whether or not it's true for her. It doesn't mean it's always true, but she related to a part of it that was true and then talked about how she's going to combat that. I thought that was an excellent example there. This part right here, number 2, researching the internet. So you find either a series of websites or one particular website. She used one website, but you can use multiple websites, and you just have to cite them. But these were her top goal-setting tips that she found on the internet, and down here is her citation. Doesn't have to be a fancy citation, just tell me where you got it. Hers was visualization, release doubts, be open, positive attitude, and timely. And then she gives an explanation of those. And again, you could do 5 different websites. You could do a couple of websites. She did one. I thought these were really good. So it talks about visualizing your goals and what you think is most important, and that's what we're working on. When setting SMART goals, it's important to stay open-minded in number 3. So she did a really good job with this section. And then section number 3, take action. So set 6 effective academic goals. Now remember, I want to do good in my classes. That's great, but that's not an effective goal. I want to get a 3.0 by the end of this semester in all of my classes. hold you accountable to each one of your assignments. Did you get a B on everything? Did you not? How are you doing? This way you can make adjustments. So let's take a look. She's got one long-term goal. By the end of college, she will have taken all the prerequisites to get in the radiology technology program here at MCC with at least, and I love it, she bolded at least, a 3.7 GPA. That's good because to get into the rad tech program at MCC, you have to have at least a 3.7. So good job on that. Okay. And she also talked about where she wants to be. This is really good. Where she wants to be located in that time, and where she sees herself working. By the end of the semester, she wants to have at least a 3.7 GPA and be organized. And so she kind of elaborated on that a little bit. A mid-range goal, the end of the semester. She's going to never miss class, never miss an assignment. Hey, she had a good start with this because she handed it in early. So that was very good right there. And then short-term goals, like this week, today, she talked about today she set aside time to finish this project. Perfect. Hold yourself accountable. Have something that could be measurable. So I just thought this was really good example of that. And so she can start utilizing her planner by filling out due dates for the rest of the school year and stay on top of all of her assignments was something that she planned to do that day or that week. Preparing for obstacles. Again, this does not need to be fancy. You list 3 distractions, and ironically, this student's distractions were also her support. That happens. So her kids, her family, her friends, those folks could be distractions when you're trying to study. But how do you work with that? So she will try to do all her work when her kids are taking a nap or when everybody goes to sleep at night. Unfortunately, that's when someone can get a lot of work done. Friends, maybe also just explaining to friends that, hey, I'm in school. It doesn't mean I'm never going to be accessible, but for right now, I can't do some of the things, we might need to do at the last minute. And putting her a do not disturb option on her computer helps to stay focused, and also your phone can help. I love the fact that this student put anxiety, depression as one of her distractions. Many of us are dealing with anxiety and depression, either long-term or because of everything that's going on in the world today. So I love the fact that she wrote that and then has some specific things to talk about to help her. Keeping a journal at her desk, kind of making sure that she's writing stuff down, and that can help release anxiety. Trying to stay organized helps you feel like you have control over the situation. So I love that. And then, it's funny, like her family was listed as possibly distractions. They're also supports. Her husband is very supportive to her. Her mom is her rock. Many of you tell me that. A mom, a grandma, an aunt, your dad, a spouse are your rock. So letting that person know that you are in school and you need support is great. And she turns to her mom when she's feeling anxious or depressed or going into what was called that hermit mode. And her mom helps to get her out. And again, her friends, even though they were a distraction, they're also her support. They think she's crazy for taking 4 online classes, but so far she's doing a good job. So she's trying to prove them wrong. But they're always there to check up on her or help out with her kids. So she's a very fortunate, lucky woman, let me tell you. So other things here. So the reflection piece. Again, notice at least 2 paragraphs, a minimum of 150 words. This is college, so hopefully you're going to be writing a really solid conclusion, answering, so you're sort of summing up everything that's happened in the goals project. And so she starts out by saying she learned so much from doing this project. She loved taking the 16 personalities test. What did she learn about that? Her top value on one of the assessments was visualization. How is she going to use visualization? And then her plan for staying more organized. And she learned so much from the project and from the internet about goal setting. Setting goals is really what will keep me on track these next few years here at MCC. So I just wanted you guys to see an example of what is a good project. The other thing that I'm attaching to this announcement, I'm going to put it out as an announcement with a couple of attachments. And I think I may have handed this out before, but the grading rubric for this project. So I'm only going to show you, go through quickly because you have a copy of this and it's out on the project, but you can grade yourself on this. Okay, so a well-written research who you are, well-written paragraph, answers show thoughts, describe experiences, beliefs, values, includes results of the self-assessments, and relates the information to your goals and to this project. Okay, the information found in the textbook and the assessments. That's what I'm looking for, okay? So an example of, basically missing some information, not relating goals, self-assessment results not included, you're only going to get, a small percentage credit on that. So you can go through here and make sure every step that you're answering the question as outstanding work. Outstanding work leaves no stone unturned, okay? No question unanswered. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight into this project. Get going. It's due Sunday night, September 19th. No, what date is that? September 20th, right? I think that's September 20th. I think that's right. Yeah. No, is that the 19th? What's today? Today's Thursday the 17th, Friday the 18th, Saturday the 19th. No. Yeah. Sunday the 20th. Sorry. September 20th. Sunday night at 11:59. And as you know, I've been really lenient with deadline dates. So if you can't get it done by then, get it done when you can. But we are starting right off with our next project, so you'll want to stay on top of things, okay? And the other thing with that is, if you're not happy, remember this deal I made. If you're not happy with any of your grades on any assignments after I've given you feedback, you can resubmit for a higher grade. So I challenge you to do that. Try to get the best possible grade you can on any assignment for me, okay? So good luck. Let me know. As always, visit me in my Zoom hours. We can go over this. I'm available on the dates that are listed on our website and things that I put at the end of my announcements, my dates and hours that I'm on, but I'll also make an individual appointment. So good luck and enjoy the day. Look, the sun's coming out. See ya.